Good afternoon, students. Welcome back to our online classes. Today we'll continue our second part of chapter 4, that is map reading. See, students, in the previous part you have studied about the types of map, globe and uses of globe. Okay. Now, today onwards we'll start the second part, that is essential features of map. In this first, I like to tell you that there are three main components of map. Okay. What are these three components? Directions, scale, and sign and symbols. Okay. Now, see, in the map, or though map, it can be used it can be of various shapes, size, latitudes, longitudes of the area, and also you may say that there are different edges along the maps. Okay, and usually at the top corner of the map you will see the direction or cardinal points. Okay, students, what you will see is the direction or cardinal points. It is marked by your vertical line arrow. Okay, and another line that is pointed to the north part. Okay, now students, and there it is written n. Okay, means on that arrow it is written n, which is pointed to the north. Now what all these things indicates? See, students, this components, this points, this directions, it shows that how you will read the map. Okay, these things are denoted, or you may say pointed out, to study about the directions, about the, you may say, points properly, and arrows, that how you will study the map. Okay, now this is about the edge, that is top side. What about the bottom? Now students, at the bottom or the corner of the map you will see the scale written. Okay, that is your, according to the scale, it represents the distance, that is, it is marked as centimeter, and 1 centimeter is equal to 10 kilometers. You all are aware, and it is according to the kilometers, the signs and symbols it is representing. Okay, now this is all about the scale, or you may say the points denoted. Now let us start the direction. What do you mean by direction? Most of the maps, it contains the arrow. Okay, an arrow, it may denotes the corners. This arrows also shows a north direction. As I told you, in the top it is edge of the map. Okay, and it shows a north line. When you know the north, you can find the other direction, that is, for example, east, west and south. Okay, now there are four major directions: north, east, south and west. That is east, west, north, south, you may say, and they are known as cardinal. Okay, and other four directions are northeast, southeast, southwest and northwest. These are intermediate directions. See here, there are two logos, there are two different parts given in the picture, that is cardinal points and intermediate directions. Okay, cardinal points, it shows you proper east, west, north and south, and intermediate, it shows you northwest, northeast, southwest and southwest. Is that clear? Now this is all about the directions. Okay, now first of all, what are the other ways where you can find the directions? See, we can find the directions by rising of the sun. As you all know that sun rises in the east and sets in the west. Okay, and if your right hand point to the rising of the sun or east, your left will be your west. Okay, and north would be in front of you and south will be your back. Okay, now by looking at the pole star in the night sky, as the pole star is vertically above the north pole, means these are few ways where you can find out according to you the directions. Okay, now the next is your map scale. What do you mean by map scale? See students, a scale is a statement of the relationship between distance on a map and distance in the real life. Means, as you all know, that map is only a short route of each and everything. Means a short representation where you can study the exact location. Okay. Nowadays on the media and all also you are having the locations and all. Accordingly, you reach the place. Same way, the map scale, it is a statement of the relationship between distance on a map and distance in a real life. Okay. And a drawing that is made according to the scale will be an exact copy of the real object. Exact copy, as I told you, that the larger object is only given in the same map that is in the smaller, where you can reach the exact point of the place. Is that clear? Now, scales. What do you mean by map scales? See, scales, linear scale. What do you mean by linear scale? Students, a linear scale is usually present on the most map. That is, actually, it is present on almost of the maps, and it tells us how much map distance represents a certain real distance. Okay, for example, the scale shows a map distance that is equal to 10 kilometers. As I told you, 1 centimeter is equal to 10 kilometers. Okay, and here map distance that is equal to 10 kilometer in a real distance. Okay, now students, if you represent it in the fraction form, it will be distance on the map. If you divide it, it will be on the ground. Means, see, 1 centimeter, if you divide, you will divide it by the 10 kilometers. Okay, and there you will get the exact location. Now this is all about the scale. Let us proceed to our next topic, is symbols. Okay, symbols means, you all know that in the different places, cities, urban, rural, everywhere, you have different places, different things where you get confused. On the map, if there are temples, there are petrol pumps, there are desert area, greenery. So to denote all these things, there are symbols in the map. Okay, to denote each and everything. Okay, might be, you may take anything: post office, telegraph office, station, police station, railways, bridges, everything. To denote each and everything, you are having a specific symbol. Okay, and these symbols, you may say, conventional signs and symbols. Okay, now see students, it is not possible to draw on a map the actual shape and size of different features, okay, such as buildings, roads, bridges, as I told you just now, that it is not possible to draw. So there are few conventional symbols. By that you can, means you can come to know that the specific area you will get the things. Okay, and even they are having different colors, shapes, picture shades, etc. Okay, now there is an international agreement regarding the uses of the symbols. Okay, now students, see, in the detailed map, if you need to use a variety of signs, symbols, colors, suppose a map is of a particular place. Suppose you may take the example of Mount Abu. If you take the proper map of Mount Abu, to denote each and area, there will be a specific symbol. Okay, because in the mount, if you go, there are hilly areas also. There might be plants. There might be temples. There is, you may say, lake also, Naki. So here, there is a proper use of the symbols when you denote the particular place. Okay, and hence it is called as a conventional symbols. Got it? Now, the next is sketch. What do you mean by sketch? Sketch is a drawing mainly based on memory and spot observation. Okay, it is not to be scaled, but it is mainly based on memory and spot observation. Is that clear? Now see, First of all, sketch is also known as rough drawing. Okay, and sketch only help us to locate some particular place or features. Okay, for example, if you draw a sketch, okay, and map to tell a friend to direction, means the direction of your house, the direction of your school, means it is a rough idea of the place. Okay, what do you mean by sketch? Without direction means without any particular scale, it is the exact direction which is drawn on the sketch. Okay, this is sketch. Now let us study the plan. What is a plan and what do you mean by a plan? See students, when you construct something, okay, means when we construct a house or a building or a mall, anything, we need an accurate layout. Okay, what do you need to construct anything is the accurate layout. And what is presented in the layout? The proper length, breadth, details, indoors, outdoors, everything. Okay, now again on the plan, a small area is shown on a large scale. Okay, to build means to build the thing in a proper way, or to build any building or anything in a proper way, it is very essential to have a proper plan. Okay, and a small area which is shown on a large scale, and it is accurate and it shows all the minor details. Okay, and these details are very useful to build a big plan, because plan exactly is the layout, or you may say the proper result of the drawing. Suppose if we are constructing one bungalow, to construct a bungalow it is not easy. First you need a proper plan. Okay, now a large scale map gives a lot of information, but there are certain things which may sometimes want to know. For the example, length, breadth of a room, which can't be shown in a map, and the proper accurate position, it is shown in the plan. Is that clear? And you may also say that in the modern shrinking world, the usefulness of map has become all the more important. Okay, now this is all about the topic, that is map reading, and I hope you have understood. If any doubts, you can contact me, and very soon I'll send you the answers. Please do complete and send me. Okay, thank you.